You see here, hi guys and gals. Well, from the cap, you know what I'm doing. I'm out geocaching and walking in the woods. I know after a while woods, they all look the same, don't they? I think I'm supposed to go there, but we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, I just did a few caches this morning. I'm like, well, the other day I started some and it was pouring rain. And I had to basically stop because it really was pouring. So I managed to get one and came back to get 3 others because it was a little series. They were kind of cute, little boxes, yeah, as geocaches can be. And now that I'm walking back, hopefully not going to get lost, but you never know. So let's see. Does this look right? The other trail actually looks better. Well, I guess that's why I got a GPS, isn't it? So let's look into it. Actually, I'm just trying to go back on the backtrack on the same trail. It's always quite amusing, though, when you are walking. I mean, you've probably noticed that many times yourself, is that when you, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit. When you want to, oh goodness, again, I need another hand. Here we are. When you're walking in one direction, you should always turn around every now and then, because when you walk back, things do tend to look different, don't they? So looks like this is going to be one of those cases. Yeah, but anyway, I mean, there are a bunch of trails here. That's actually one of the problems. There's maybe a few too many trails here. So, okay, yeah, this looks better because it's, yeah, I think this is the one. It's kind of narrow. And anyway, I am not really lost. I mean, this is a woods that on each side you can actually hear far off civilization. It's not the sound of silence, but I mean, if you walk far enough in every direction, you'll end up in either a farmer's field or some main road. So it's okay. Yeah, I am definitely walking in the right direction now. So just give me 2 seconds, I'll put that back in my pocket and we'll walk along. Something really funny happened yesterday. Some of you might be sub. I don't think many of my subs are sub to him, but maybe more than I think. Is something Harry in the Shadows? I guess that's his name. He's also had other channels, Marble Legends and Digging Dixie, things like that. But the Something Hairy in the Shadows is his Sasquatch channel. He always says a squatch. He lives out west, probably in Washington State, I guess. And yeah, near Walla Walla, I guess it's Washington. And I had made a picture a while back. I was just taking a selfie, a bit like if I took one now. I'm not taking one now. And if I took one now, and if some of you might remember, like on this side of my shoulder, there was a, I mean, it was the foliage, I imagine, but it came out looking like a person or a thing with a totally dark face, which would be, let's say, it could be fur covered. And iPhoto had seen it, picked it up as a face because it's kind of identified something. It could be eyes. I mean, iPhoto does that actually quite often. And I made a blow up of that, and I said I'd been photobombed by Bigfoot. Well, I put that was the title of my video. That's March this year. And I put it on Facebook, but on YouTube, it was picked up by some, we could say, a news agency or something from that looks into these type of phenomena. You know, and then there's articles like, you know, I mean, it would probably have the same order as my dog was kidnapped by aliens or something like that. But anyway, yesterday, I thought, well, I'm going in the woods, and I often thought, well, you know, you never hear very much in Switzerland about, you know, Bigfoot sightings. So I went and I just wrote 2 words in Google, Bigfoot Switzerland. And then a title came out, well, they'll have to go on Google again and see it, but basically the man says that he that he saw a Bigfoot in Switzerland. And I went over, and at the article, there was a big picture of me taken from that video, you know, the selfie, going on, and saying everything, you know. It was like the National Choir, or if people used to live in Quebec, the Allo Police or whatever. You know, taking little bits out of what I said, but completely out of context, of course. Like I had said the theory that something hairy in the shadows uses for his, how he considers the Sasquatches. And I said that, what he said. I didn't say that's what I believe, but that's what they wrote. They wrote, he believes in so such and such and such. And then there was Ed Ellisy. By the way, where are you, Ed? Haven't seen any comments from you for ages now. So Ed Ellisy had written, in his dry manner, but I mean, the way that he writes, I mean, well, that picture comes out just about the same as, or about as clear as the fuzzy pictures when they shot JFK. Well, of course, then the article wrote, and some commenters, or you know, or doubters or something like that, you know, basically, I mean, Ed wasn't writing it in that way, but they wrote it like, okay, the person, you know, he's got critics, meaning me. Then at the end, there's a link to a video, basically somebody saying that people think they see things, but they see what they want to see. And anyway, and I was going on like, wow, this was just an irony. It was like a kind of a joke, almost a private joke video to my friend over in Washington. And anyway, I got to laugh. So I end up being a famous person now, aren't I? I got my picture. Anyway, those of you, I'm not going to put a link on here because I just don't want too many weirdos going and checking it out and commenting on it again. Well, nobody's commented on it right now. I just don't want anybody to comment on it right. But if you are a friend to me on Facebook, go check out my Facebook feed, and you'll find the link. Anyway, weird things do happen when you're out geocaching. So let me see. Ow. No, those trees are way too straight up to have any squash beds. I'm sorry. I'll have to go into, you know where? In the woods where the Wiccans like to go. There's always a lot of weaving there. I'll do that sometime. Anyway, that'll be for now. DC signing off. I'll probably come back again this weekend. Anyway, geocaching in a little woods.